My hello. True crime, a terrible sight. And, well, the YouTube, I got a little unsolved mystery. Bear with me a moment. I'm gonna pause real quick. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. I just wanted to go over an article that came up, like I said, on unsolved mysteries. And of course, every time I watch that show now, I go immediately to what they're speaking of. And this, in particular case, has just the right amount of how disgusting and distasteful and how insane back in the day was. And even to this day, I'm sure it's still going on. Even to the Maura Murray case of girls being kidnapped and brought into a world that, don't get me wrong, I still think the person with the red pickup truck is the key to that case. But, it could be that this person could be something in the rightful mind of, sucking in girls. And even there was mention of a sex ring operation. A considerable amount of people that, literally, has talked about this sex ring. Even boys are getting done to. Whether it be a boy or a girl or whatnot. And to find out these things still exist, and they're kept under wraps, boy, is right. And I hope one day that they all will face the most harsh justice that they could bring to humanity, to these people. And of course, back in the day, I'm not ragging on all bikers. Because you know what? Not all bikers, I'm sorry, are what people they think of. And I can say that because honestly, I grew up around the Hells Angels. And there's not all bad apples like you think. I'm sorry, there ain't. Just because some do intend to go more into the life of crime. And as this biker gang went to, and I believe Unsolved Mystery labeled them as the Outlaws, which I don't even know. I have to look in to see if they still exist. But if they don't, and I haven't heard nothing about while I was looking up some stuff throughout the biker world, I'll tell you right now, I do not think honestly I can say that the Outlaws exist anymore. And maybe because of what they were doing. Like I say, not all bikers are what you think they are. Hell, even Hell's Angels did 1 year Toys for Tots, or a few years. Helping the community. And in my eyes, into the biker world, if you don't want to be caught up with the biker world, say so, then as you can see, if you look around today, you'll see them, Hell's Angels here and there. You'll see them ride by, ripping up the road with their bikes. But how many times do you really see them, under wraps for something like this? Because, right, they're low profile. They're not out there. If you don't want to know anything about bikers, then don't look into it. They're in their own world, and that's where they are. And if people are that dumb enough to take themselves and place themselves into that lifestyle, well, shame on them. Because, right, you go into that lifestyle, sometimes you don't come out. And I'm for sure, if you're going into that lifestyle, you ain't got a clean track record. And I'm sorry, you get what you deserve. Because if you're about and around your own business, you know today, you don't see nothing. They don't come after you. They don't want nothing to do with you. That's how the biker world works. Unless you want to step up and get in their face, well, that's a different story. But other than that, I'm not defending them on all the things they do. But there's a way to, see that right past. Is don't get involved. That's it. And you will never know they exist. But anyways, in this case, I think these bikers, the outlaws, I'm going to look into it, but I think they might have, due to the severeness of this, what they were doing back in the day, and these people, this gang, was kidnapping girls like you see right here. And that's Amy Billing to the left, her mother to the right. And of course, that's a facial enhancement picture of what she would look like today. But unfortunately, on Unsolved Mysteries, a biker confessed on his deathbed that she might have been killed soon after her getting kidnapped and drawn in for prostitution, for sales to other bikers of what this sick group was doing. And I don't think, I can honestly say, this is one thing bikers don't need to do today. And that's why I think this biker crew went out of business. Because if you're a biker and you got your old lady, you got your old lady. You don't need to kidnap all this ring shit and, to bring in more girls and to sell them. And it ain't like that. It ain't like that. I mean, there are some rules that I know about, but it ain't this, and it ain't these rules. Kidnapping. You know what? Bikers don't need to kidnap, because the girls that do get involved with all this, I can reassure you they are all up for the rules and regulations. But anyways, what had happened to this poor soul back in 1977... No, 74. What was that date? Yeah, that was 74. Date of birth. Yeah, 74. That's what it was. I thought it was 77. 77 was something else. It was a sighting, I meant to say. There was all kinds of sightings about this girl. They called her the Mute. Because, of course, of the lifestyle that she was dragged in, she didn't like it. But come to find out, that Mute was not this girl. The Mute had to have been somebody else that was forced into something that she did not like. Because like I just said, a biker confirmed that she was killed thereafter. I gotta pause a moment and I'll be back. So as I was saying, this outlaw biker gang, going around taking in girls like this and, making the rest of the population look bad in some ways. It just never seems to amaze me, though, that stuff like this, continues. And just like out in Florida, where there was a ring busted not too long ago. There's still these underground things that happen. And there's the Outlaws, that's the name. And not that, with this, the mute they called her. Just imagine who she was. It's insane. Just to even think that these things exist. I mean, you can go on all day about, oh, geez. I mean, there was some survivors came out of this. And I mean, some were sold for leather chaps, for Christ's sakes. Traded, and it's just insane to even think that this, oh, man, oh, geez, you don't, people, I like the people that like to say that, I never expect this to happen in my neighborhood. This is a good neighborhood. But you gotta remember, them good neighborhoods are the ones that are getting scoped out and bringing in because, right, there ain't heat in that neighborhood yet. And I'm about to wonder how much of these gangs, or not just gangs, but these individuals that like to do this kind of stuff live within the tunnel system, the hidden tunnels. And it all leads back, to that thought. What is beneath us? Not only do I think there's stuff supernatural or UFOs that travel underneath us, you can just imagine what system and operation they're running through these rings of what they're running and finding these secret places. About I wonder why everything goes under radar and you can't find nothing, just like them treetop flyers. If anybody don't know what them are, look that up. What was that, Greg Allman that friggin' wrote that song? Treetop Flyer! Yeah. Secrecy. But yet, we've got the best law enforcement in the world, the military. We just seem to just can't run by this little broken system. I'd rather see the broken system of the kids getting kidnapped, or even girls like this being destroyed, demolished out of existence. Because these are the ones that are the most, to me, severe and sickest. Especially when they like to ship them out of country. But right here home in the United States, and this shit goes on, young children being snatched up. To me, that's the most sickest thing that could ever be thought of. Taking an innocence of a child and destroying it. And I'm sure this girl, man, just turning a certain age, sweet 16, and then all of a sudden your life is just ended. I mean, that goes for friggin' youngsters, babies, at that. I mean, you could check this story out if you want. I just know that underground operation with, the kids and stuff like this needs to cease. This is one thing I'd like to see broken the most. Destroyed, demolish itself the most. Innocence. Someone not getting to enjoy their life, grow up in life, have kids in life, be married in life, raise a family in life. And if they do escape, and if they do, oh my God, there's just the torture and the thought and the insanity of what lies in that mind. And how they even live. It's just beyond words. Makes you speechless. It's all speechless. Can't say nothing about that. Nothing can cure or heal the scars, the wounds, the mind of any of that. Hopefully one day the underground system for all of this is destroyed. That's all I say. And to think that this goes on and on, even to this day. Let's take a moment of silence. And once again, pray, wish, think, thought, whatever it takes to destroy any operation like this. This is what needs to be destroyed. Anything to do with the innocence of the innocent. Till the next video, be safe, take care, always beware. Especially with your children. Because it still goes on to this day, folks, and it's just make you sick. There needs to be a boogeyman for the boogeyman. A new type of evil. That's right. That's right. Out.